What is up, everybody? This is Matthew Sitz with another episode of What's Up with Matthew Sitz, yours truly. And like I say all the time, every guest is always very, very special. But you know what? We're tapping into different categories, different genres, different worlds. I don't know what I'm saying. But guess what? Our special guest is Jasmin Jimenez, who's a University of Chicago student, as well as was, because she's graduating, but we'll go more to that, she was one of Court's very own concessionaire bartenders. But so let's just welcome in Jasmin. Jasmin, are you there?
Hi, yeah, I'm good. That little speech kind of made me sad when you said was a concessionaire.
I know.
So yeah, it didn't really hit until now. Now it's like a few tears.
Yeah.
But...
I have Kleenex down here. I don't know how to get them to you, but I could give them.
Yeah, we'll figure something out with Zoom. It's no problem. It does everything, so it's cool.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't. Well, we'll get to that in a second. So, Jasmin. So, like I said, Jasmin's a University of Chicago student. She, you know, I'm just gonna say she is a Court Theater concessionaire bartender alum. Let's say that, huh? But Jasmin, how are you? What's going on?
I'm all right. I think it's going into 7th week now. I've lost track of time at this point. But yeah, 7th week of my last quarter. Not how I expected it to go, but at this point, I'm just kind of taking it day by day. So yeah, really excited to finally be done with this university. Not in a bad way, but it's been a lot of work. But yeah, I'm really missing everyone at Court now. I think hearing from Matthew, it's just like made me realize how many people were there and like how many people I talked to. So
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, we miss you. You were amazing. You are amazing. Why are we talking in past tense? You are amazing. You are going to do great things with your life. I'm your motivational speaker.
I know. I was like, I'm going to need this at least once a day. Just be like, you are amazing. You're going to do great things. It'll get me through.
Great. Maybe I'll send everybody a little text, like a little group text or something. So before we get to, you know, the student life and everything, which you kind of touched base on, what made you interested, like, about Court and bartending and concessionairing at Court? What made you kind of get interested in working at Court Theater?
Yeah. So before working at Court Theater, I had no bartending experience. I had actually only gone to Court once or twice maybe for class-related things. So I wasn't really, you know, I didn't know too much. But one of the box office assistants reached out to me because we worked somewhere else on campus together. And she was like, hey, you're 21, you're a student. I mean, I kind of went, I spoke to Matthew for a bit. After maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, he was like, yeah, like, you're going to be great at this. It'll be fine. And I think that was kind of all the convincing I needed. And getting to know everyone, I mean, first all staff meeting. These were people I had never met before, even some of the students, like, I had no idea who they were. So I think it was mostly the people there that made my experience and made me really want to do it. But yeah, this is also something that I can put on like resumes or tell people about, like, yeah, I've been a bartender before. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, I love what you said. It's about, you know, talking to the people and engaging with the people. Because one of the things that you did best was you were talking to the patrons. And your customer service was amazing. And you just talked to them normal. You just, you know, you served them properly and you were just real with them.
Yeah, that actually means a lot because going into this, I think one of the things I said I wanted to change was how I interact with people, not only like the way I speak and things like that, but just kind of being more open. I think it's always been difficult for me to kind of just like even start casual conversations. It's been hard. So I think interacting with patrons, like over the few months that I did it, has made it so much easier. I mean, at first it was still difficult to kind of have conversations. I was so focused on trying to pour the drinks and making sure I got that right. But yeah, I think over time it became so much easier and it was so nice to hear from people. A lot of times they had like interesting or funny stories, and even talking about like different food and like especially the signature cocktails at the bar was always hilarious. So yeah, I think I'm really grateful for that I got to interact with people more.
Speaking of signature cocktails, what was one of your favorite drinks to make at the bar?
I think the Greek tragedy was probably it, just because people would read what was in it and they would be like, there's a lot going on in this drink. I don't know what to expect
Yeah.
from it. And then even after I made it, I think sometimes the color of it was a bit off. So people would be like, oh, this really looks like a Greek tragedy or something like that. So I think it was just like the different reactions that I got from everyone.
Sure.
Made it one of my favorite things.
Is that the one that had ouzo in it?
Yeah. At this point, I kind of forgot what else was in it, but I remember the ouzo, and everyone was like, yeah, that I think is like black licorice flavor. A lot of people were really into it. Others were just like, I don't know how I feel, but I'm going to try this out and see what happens.
Yeah. And you sold it very well. After the first few shows, you're like, no, Matthew, I got this. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. I think you started to be like Tom Cruise from Cocktail or whatever that movie he was in. Yeah, I was like, you're a pro. Well, we're going to miss you. And if you ever want to come back and see a show, no problem. And the reason why we say that is because you're a senior. And what are you majoring in? Or what are you going to have a degree in?
Yeah, I'm majoring in comparative human development. And the first question people always ask is, what is that? What are you going to do?
I was just going to say, look who you're talking to. What is that? I've got it right here. Comparative human development. Yeah. And minoring in human rights. I mean, I know what that is, which is excellent.
Yeah.
But talk to us about comparative human development.
Yeah, so I kind of didn't know, coming into the university, I didn't know that was even a major or something I could study. I was kind of set on psychology, but I think the one thing I didn't like about that was research. So comparative human development, well, it's still difficult to explain to this day. It falls under the like social sciences division. So it's just a mix of like anthropology, sociology, psychology, and the major has changed over the last years. When I did it, it was just kind of like take whatever classes you enjoy and just kind of figure out from there. So I did a lot on like migration, human rights, things like that. So it like tied into my minor too. But yeah, it was just kind of like one of those things where I could take classes where I was really interested about. And I think that was what sold me on the major.
Wow. Yeah. So tell me about that. I mean, what's it like to, I'm like leaning in, what's it like to be studying and working, as a student? What's it like to be working remotely, working online now?
Yeah, I thought I was going to enjoy it just because I'm like, oh, I don't have to go on campus. I would kind of lock myself in the libraries, like just to get work done. And so I was like, oh, I don't have to do this anymore. I can work from home, like be comfortable in my bed. And I kind of learned the hard way that it's not as easy as I thought it would be. So like right now I'm set up in my living room, mostly because of the nice background.
Yeah. I'll give you an A, whatever. If I was your teacher, I'd give you an A+ just for that artwork.
Just for that. Yeah. But yeah, it's been kind of difficult at this point. I've gotten the hang of it and just kind of managing time better. But yeah, I mean, some of the work has been okay. It's mostly just like getting myself to sit down for like more than a couple minutes, which is always hard.
Yeah, it's a challenge. I mean, it's a challenge just for me to do work from home,
Yeah.
Because like you said, and let's be real, half of us in any working environment, regardless of the industry, we're working on our couches, and half of us aren't even wearing pants. But I am.
I'm kind of worried right now that you pointed that out, but I'll just trust you.
No, are you kidding me? Come on. Look, come on.
Okay.
I don't have my suit pants on, but
yeah, I've turned into the person where I am in my pajamas 24/7 at this point. Sometimes I'll change shirts, but it's mostly just like comfortable pants.
And yeah, like you were talking about going to school remotely, and I feel like I think the University of Chicago should make a degree and you can major in Zoom.
I feel like that would be so
Are you
nice.
using Zoom a lot, or are you using other platforms?
We're using it for classes with my friends too. We'll like do video calls over Zoom. I've learned that they have like game packs, which is really fun. So like we'll just
What?
sometimes we'll just hop on and we'll play games for a while. We'll watch like I don't know if you've heard of Netflix Party, but it's like
I thought you were just going to end it at Netflix. I was like,
no.
come on, Jasmin, I'm not that old. Come on. Netflix Party. Is it like what's oh man, I'm going to learn stuff. Okay. What's Netflix Party?
So it's not Zoom, but I was just kind of thinking about it with all the other stuff. So it's like a Google Chrome extension. At first I thought you could like video chat with people and watch Netflix, but it's just like a little chat bar on the side. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen Money Heist, but my friends and I like watched the last season when it came out a few weeks ago, and we just had a chat going off in the side, like different reactions and stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome. All right, Jasmin, are you ready to play some fun games? Let's lighten this mood up a little bit.
I'm excited. I don't know how this is going to go, so
folks, for the record, Jasmin has not seen any of our previous episodes. So Jasmin does not know what's going to happen. So here we go. This first one's it's trivia. It's history from the 14th century. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like I have to go right now.
Oh, I forgot, Matthew. I have to take a quiz.
Yeah, I have class right now. Actually, it's time to go.
So here we go. The next game is called Picture This. Okay, folks, so here we go. This is Picture This with Jasmin. And Jasmin, your category is subjects in school. So are you ready for the first one? We have 1 minute to get the first one.
Okay. Well, yeah. Should I start now?
All right, the clock starts now. I will give updates on the time. It's blank. It's nope. It's a book. It's a subject in school. Writing, journalism. Math.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, shoot. Nice job. Okay.
I don't have to do them in order, do I?
No. Just pick one.
Okay.
Wait, are we doing the second one? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so,
sorry.
Jasmin, look at overachiever over here. Man, she's ready to graduate. All right. It's another piece of paper. It's a calculator. It's I'm just gonna chemistry. No. Darn.
Is this even...
Biology. Oh, great.
Can I speak?
It's a butterfly. It's a butterfly. Is that a butterfly?
Yeah. Well, not the subject, obviously, but
no.
I don't know how to do this.
It's a butterfly. 30 seconds, Jasmin. It's a butterfly. It's another book. Science?
Yes.
Science. Okay. Thank you, Brent. Brent made it very easy for me. Thank you. Brent, our producer, I cannot thank you enough. I'm sure he's smirking, rolling his eyes, who knows what, but we love him. All right, here we go. Are you ready for the third one? Jasmin, you have 2 points now.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I'm going to get the third one, but we'll see. Okay.
No, positive. Do you need me to come down to your 53rd Street and start, Jasmin, you got this with my pots and pans?
Yeah. Just send your son outside.
All right, clock starts now.
Okay.
I love how you always draw like a piece of paper. Oh, it's a book.
It was easier with the math one. It made sense, but now I
it doesn't matter. Yeah, don't second guess. I'm just who knows what I'm saying. Writing. Is it a piece of paper? Yes. Piece of paper?
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Okay. History.
Yes.
Hey, guess what? You got 3 out of 3. So you passed, and you know what? I'm giving you an honorary degree from University of Chicago / Court Theater.
Oh, this is amazing. This is the only thing I need. This makes it so much harder to want to do work now because I'm like, yeah, I have that. No big deal.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll mail you the your diploma.
Okay, I can't wait to get it. So excited.
Oh, this is so much fun. All right, Jasmin, this might be my favorite episode game of all court theater history of What's Up with Matthew Sitz, because Jasmin, you have not seen the show.
Yeah.
Unless you're messing with us. It's called The Wheel of Wonder.
The Wheel of Wonder.
So Jasmin, I know you can't see it and you're going to think we're messing with you, but there's a wheel back here.
Okay.
And there are different things on it. and I'm
Surprise?
gonna spin it, and
Okay.
whatever it lands on, you have to do whatever it lands on.
Okay. I'm
So,
kind of worried now.
on a scale of 1 to 100, how nervous are you right now?
A 90, maybe.
90?
And that's being kind of, yeah.
I'll take it. That's fantastic. Okay, here we go. I'm going to spin it. Recite something you've memorized. So, Jasmine, I need something that you've memorized, either for a quiz. It could be a poem. It could be a song. What's something you've memorized?
Okay. I actually, this is like a fun fact I use for myself. I'm very good at memorizing songs. So I just kind of, I won't do that now because.
Well, shoot, then I can pick one. Just kidding. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was like, it's not that good. The only thing coming to mind are those like basic facts I guess you need for like math and science in like elementary school. So the only thing coming to mind is the mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. Like no matter what, that is the only thing I'm gonna memorize and like never get out of my brain. If that
Say that one more time.
The mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. I really hope I have it right too. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Wow, Jasmine, that was amazing. Cannot thank you enough. You're a rock star. I don't know how you or any University of Chicago student is doing this, or any student across the country or the world. That's an incredible feat. So don't sell yourself short. But we love you at Court. We miss you. And anytime that you want to come back, you let us know. And do you have any final parting words for any future University of Chicago students or anything to current students?
The only thing, well, if classes, here's to hoping they don't stay online, but if they do, no matter how much you think you're going to get work done in your bed, don't do it. It never works out. Even just like anyone doing work remotely, you're going to play yourself. It's the only thing I can say, and I learned after so many times. But yeah, I think that's it. And then thank you so much. Everything you said has been so amazing. It warms my heart to know. But yeah, it's been great to do this.
I think we should all listen to Jasmine, whether you're at school or whether you're working. Get out of bed, right? So, Jasmine, you're the best. We love you. And thank you so much, everybody. This is Matthew Sitz with another episode of What's Up with Matthew Sitz, with a University of Chicago student, 4th year, about to graduate in comparative human development and minoring in human rights. What amazing Jasmin Jimenez. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Goodbye.
Thank you.